We're back. Hopefully Johnny's with us shortly.
You want to text him, Jennie?
Station identification. Not sure where Johnny is. He's just running late, I think.
So I'm back, everybody. Still recovering a little bit, so
Becca's gonna have us talk a little bit more. She's still recovering a little bit, still a little sore and
very sore, on pain meds. I'm doing it like this because my face is bruised, and I didn't feel like doing my hair or putting on makeup, so you're getting my hands. So yeah,
she's doing pretty good though.
Yeah, pretty good. So how's everybody doing? I've missed out on a lot of the news, so I have no idea what's going on other than I think I heard Trump talking about him getting into heaven, so he's questioning his mortality, it appears.
He's worried about his getting into heaven.
And I think that's about it. I haven't been paying attention to anything because I've just been on drugs and sleeping. So yeah. Yep. So what's going on, Jen?
Well, my favorite thing that happened. Well, wait, we'll get into it in a second here.
Go ahead.
Now I'm going to do announcements first while we're waiting on Johnny.
Okay.
If anyone would like to get a reading with me, I have openings in September. You can go to jenlintarot.com to schedule a reading, or if you'd like to purchase a gift card for someone else for a reading. The gift cards, there's like there's three different ones. There's a one with my logo on it that's just kind of generic. There's one that has birthday balloons on it, and there's one that has Christmas kitty cat on it. So you can scroll through the pictures and decide which gift card you want to send. I'm going to do my seminar the first week of October. So reminder, Becca, we'll probably be live on your channel that Sunday.
For what, Jen?
We'll probably be on your channel that Sunday in October, the first Sunday of October, because Johnny and I will be going live with you from Portland.
Oh, okay.
So I have some time blocked out in October for travel and for going to see Johnny and doing the seminar. So there's not as many openings for appointments in October if you're trying to book one. Johnny's not answering his text. I'm not sure where he is.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Yeah, he was probably doing a class or something.
Oh, okay.
Running late. What else is going on? Oh, we finally cooled off here. I have to talk about the weather because after being in the 90s with high humidity, we finally cooled off. I got outside last night after my last reading I did and mowed my yard. And it's the first time I haven't been drenched in sweat. It was so much cooler. I was like, wow, what a difference. So don't know how it is in everybody else's places you live, but I am so glad fall is on the way. I am not a summer person.
Yeah, it's been pretty temperate here. I think we got up to like 81, 82 a couple of days ago, and that was it. It was like only for a day, and now we're back in the 70s. So.
I'm coughing quite a bit because we've been getting smoke from the Canadian wildfires for almost a month now, and it's jacked my sinuses up, so they're draining and making me cough. So I apologize if I'm coughing a little bit more tonight. I noticed this week my cough was worse than it's been a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow, a lot of people still got some hot weather I'm seeing in the chat.
Yeah, no, F that, dude. I hate the summer. I hate the summer so bad.
The humidity kills me. It's like, oh my God, and the mosquitoes and all that crap is like, yeah.
Luckily, we're not humid here where I live, but I grew up in Florida and I hate humidity. Hate it with The heat of a million suns. I hate it. Mm-mm. No, I want to say thank you to Mystery Achiever. She sent a package for Braxy that was super cute. I'll have to post on my community tab to show what she sent. But Jen, she sent Braxy a package, and all the toys were tarot themed.
Oh, well.
So
I have
Braxy can be a tarot reader now.
It says, sorry, my tarot cards say no.
Yeah. 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 So I'll have to do a community post. But thank you so much, Mr. Achiever. And I'm sorry I didn't reply earlier. I've been resting. So
We've been getting so many storms here and flooding in different areas. Pretty bad flooding, but oh my God, we went through a week of just every night strong storms, and every morning I don't like to get in the shower when it's stormy and lightning. I just don't like to be in water, when it's storming.
yeah.
And part of that comes from I remember Martha Stewart telling a story of she was hand washing some dishes in her kitchen sink, and lightning struck the ground outside the kitchen window, and it ran in through the plumbing and shocked her, threw her across the room. So I don't like to get in the shower when it's storming, and I'm like, dang, I'm having trouble finding a time where I'm not doing readings and it's not storming where I can jump in the shower.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get any storms here until the winter. So
Yeah. But luckily, there wasn't a lot of rotation in the clouds and the storms, so we didn't have tornadoes and stuff, which was great. They said there wasn't enough rotation in the clouds and part of that was from the humidity was so high, it was pushing everything kind of down and no rotation. Well, Mr. Johnie, I hope he's okay. He hasn't texted me back yet. Okay, so I'll tell my funny story.
okay.
My favorite thing that I saw in the news this week. So,
You're gonna have to catch me up on everything because I've been out of it, Jen. Well, I've been out of it. So
Big Balls, right? That worked in Doge under Elon Musk, the little 24-year-old twerp, that was going in and hacking systems and everything for Doge.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you remember, because it was about the time you were getting ready to start all your processes. He got attacked in DC at 3 a.m, and he claimed it was a carjacking attempt, but they were taking pictures of him. His nose looked like it had been broken, like busted. He had blood all over him. And then in the picture, he had taken his t-shirt off, and it looked like he had it draped over one shoulder. It looked like they smeared the blood from his face all over him, because there were no cuts anywhere else, but it looked like they smeared blood all over him to try to make it look worse than it was.
Well, he got his ass beat by that girl.
Well, that's what I was getting to. It was like, okay, right after that's when Trump put, the military, the National Guard in DC, right? It gave him an excuse, so to speak. It came out in the court papers that Big Balls got clocked by a 15-year-old girl. Thank you, SW.
Yep.
15-year-old girl. So she was with another young man, and the judge released her. She's got an ankle bracelet on while she's under probation, but released her, and she started back to school and everything. I'm like, stop messing with us women. We've had it. We're going to clock your ass.
Well, I had read that the reason he got his ass beat was because he was dropping the N-word like it was nothing.
That, like, we haven't seen a picture of her or her name or anything because she's 15. She's underage, right? But my thoughts were, okay, he's either doing something racist, because she's got brown skin or whatever. or he's hitting on someone underage. Hey, Johnny, he's hitting on someone underage, which means he's a pedophile like the rest of them. Or, I don't think it was a carjacking. So can we ask the cards?
Hold on before we start. I am not moving my camera. I am not going on camera. I'm barely hanging on tonight, so stop complaining. And second of all, before anybody even thinks about sending Jen an email and talking about how inconsiderate she is, check yourself, because I have asked her to help me out tonight because I'm still not fully recovered.
She's not.
So don't go after Jen giving her a bunch of shit. And I'm going to stop right there. Hi, Johnny.
That has happened. Where somebody told me that I was arrogant talking over you and everything one time. Before this, when you were struggling a little bit, you asked me to help out. And
I've been asking Jennie and Johnny to help me because I have not been feeling well. So don't take it upon yourself to go after these two people, especially Jen, when you don't know that I'm asking them for help. Don't do that. Sorry.
We do that when we're under the weather. We're not always at 100%.
So sorry to interrupt, Jen, but what was the question?
Oh, hi, Johnny. So, Big Balls, what prompted the 15-year-old girl to clock his ass? Was it that he said something? Was it flirting? What caused him to clock his ass? Because the guy didn't clock him. That she was with a 15-year-old guy, I believe.
Johnny, do you have your voodoo doll still? Okay, because we're going to have to perform a ritual here in a little bit. We're going to have to perform a ritual.
Thank you, Acadian. Yeah, my first thought was he said something racial, and she clocked him. Little wuss got beat up by a 15-year-old girl. I have to laugh.
I hope she broke his fucking jaw. I hope she did.
It definitely looked like she broke his nose.
Yeah.
Or was it a carjacking attempt, as he said? This toxic masculinity crap. Yeah, we done with that, aren't we, women? Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, Terry.
I think he's like Musk. Thank you, Annie. I think he's like Musk. I think he takes some medications.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What you getting, Johnny?
Bully. 5 of Swords. They thought it was funny or something of that nature. Knight of Cups.
Yeah, I think she was actually kind of pretty. I think he was on something. So out clubbing around or whatever, but I get he said something emotionally charged, just out having a good time. doing what he does. You know, what he said happened is not what happened. There's secrets around this. Thank you, Alonza. And I get that she was just protecting herself. He said something to make her feel less than. So I'm going to say he said something derogatory and racial.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
Here.
and she took an action like boom, in protection.
A continuation of something that was racist and bullying, that he should have kept his mouth shut, or that he knew knowledge of racism here. But she's a minor, she's a child, but she still clocked his ass. But it was bullying here. Bullying, controlling,
toxic masculinity.
I would also venture to say, like, perhaps made a comment that was racial in terms of like ownership or property.
Oh.
With these two.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So how's he feeling now that the judge let her off with a misdemeanor in probation? How's Big Balls feel? I don't know his real name. I've heard it, but I don't retain it. He's going to be...
I hope he gets his ass beat for the rest of his miserable fucking life, is what I'm saying.
"15-year-olds don't do carjackings usually either." How's Big Balls feeling now that it's out that he got clocked by a 15-year-old and the judge let her off? She can go back to school. They were saying, she needs to be locked up and blah, blah, blah. 15 years old. They were going to try to lock her up for life or whatever.
But meanwhile, a child sex trafficker, let's move her to a minimum security prison and let her off on work charges. Sure.
They probably want this 15-year-old put in with Ghislaine so Ghislaine can groom her, That's how sick they are. How's he feeling, Johnny?
It gets sadness and depression, 5 of Cups and the Moon. I think he once you've been assaulted, okay, fine, but now you think you're going to get a specific outcome because of who you are and because of who they are. And when he didn't get it, then that's when you get the 5 of Cups and the Moon, the sadness and depression, and he doesn't know where he went wrong or what went wrong. And then in the end is the 6 of Cups and the Justice. This is like innocence. And so in the eyes of public opinion, you're the bad guy, she's the good guy. And so I should have worn my Luigi shirt tonight. So, however, there's something in his atmosphere that's about to worsen, actually, which is usually the case in these cases, to where they get a public profile and he becomes the victim in the right wing's eyes, and then he turns out to be even nastier than you thought, and then something wrong happens, like a Rittenhouse type of thing. So I don't think it's the last you heard of him, but he feels bad that she was not punished more harshly.
Johnny, what's on your shirt?
Medusa.
Let me see. Oh, I love it. I love that.
Me too.
I just got a coloring book, and it's got a Medusa in it, and I want to do it with my my watercolor pencils, because it's too detailed to do it with regular pencils. So
I'll eventually get one for the wall, I think.
I like it.
So I get he was surprised at what the judge said. FYI, a lot of people have been commenting that they have trouble seeing my cards. I know my lighting, as you know, is not great in my house, and there's a camera on my laptop which I cannot turn off, and it causes my cards to glare sometimes, especially when they're newer. They tend to glare out more. So I apologize. Can't do anything about it. Yeah, he's confused. He thought they'd take her out. He's known for bullying women. This isn't the first time he's done it. Like, that's at the root of this. And, the court just shone a light on him and his bullying. He's not accepting it. I get that he ran to Republicans and wants them to spin it a different way as they do. He's trying to motivate them into action in secret against the judge. So he wants to target the judge. He ain't happy about it. He lied about what happened.
So how is he feeling? Suspicious, looking scared of his own shadow, because like Johnny was saying, this is only the beginning. His problems are going to grow, and there's news that's going to come out of his involvement with something around fraud and manipulation. So, growth of problems here. Manipulation, fraud, news about him. So, something quite possibly around Doge, or something else that he worked on. This is work also, where he fell in the organizational chart at work, and things that were delayed or obstructed, news coming out about that this way. So this is not him getting his ass beat is going to be the smallest of his problems, is what I'm trying to say. So
he'll be lucky if he doesn't get more in a prison, right?
Because this is saying that his problems are going to grow, and there's going to be news coming out about stuff that he worked on and his involvement with fraud and manipulation. So yeah.
Thank you, Sue, and Carmen earlier. Thank you.
I have a question though. Johnny, I'm gonna need your voodoo doll. Because I need to help you. And everybody in the chat, if you're feeling petty, get out your voodoo dolls or whatever you got. So, according to astrologers on TikTok, tomorrow is the day that Donald Trump kicks the fucking bucket. I know. Don't tease me with a good time. Okay, so in the spirit of manifestation, I'm going to perform my own voodoo ritual. Okay, I'm putting it out there in the universe. I'm cursing the son of a bitch.
For entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Is that a Cheeto?
That's a Cheeto.
Manifestation.
Oh, we need to have back on pain meds more often.
May Donald Trump suffer a horrible, miserable death tomorrow. There you go.
I can't breathe. Oh, what are you
manifesting that shit?
What are you hitting him with? Coal?
Black tourmaline. Look, he's so horrible. He's breaking my tourmaline.
He's breaking your tourmaline.
Such a piece of shit. So, in the spirit of manifesting.
Oh my God.
There we go. Nice and fucking smashed. Yeah. Anyways,
No. We can't just slide by that. Wait.
what?
There was a doctor on that was talking about that he's got heart failure, obviously,
Yeah.
kidney disease, and all this other stuff in his ankles and stuff. He said, I give him at the most 6 months to live. Like he's in bad shape.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about wanting to get into heaven, and it's like, hold on, motherfucker, hold on. If there's a hell, you're like way below hell. You're like in a totally different dimension.
And he knows it.
There you go, Johnny. Wait, hold on. Johnny, wait, hold on. Wait.
You
Read those crystals.
Lord have mercy.
Remember how you used to spread crystals and read them, Johnny?
I gotta get some more.
Do you see anything in Becca's though where it chipped off?
Yeah, look, he broke my fucking tourmaline.
He did. And there is a tower falling. There is right there. Mercy.
Put one in his ankle. His ankles.
A little extra added protection.
Oh no!
This stream has to be called "What Did I Just Watch?" That's what this is now. Lord have mercy.
This is what I have left of his remains.
We are petty on these channels. Don't like
Yeah,
it.
Mother Teresa, don't get it twisted.
Petty was not just a word; it's a
Nope.
title.
Nope. So in the spirit of manifestation, may that fucker find his way expeditiously to the fucking ground. Tomorrow, preferably.
Thank you, lucky girl and Rose.
Oh, Lord.
So he's worried about getting into heaven. He knows he's bad. He knows he's awful. He's been talking about trying to get into heaven.
No, and what's fucked up is he said, they told me I'm not doing really well. I'm sorry. I thought you were 6'5", 245 pounds with 4% body fat. What happened?
Chosen by God.
What happened? I mean,
Can we ask, is he really worried about getting into heaven?
and that's Jen, that's what I thought was odd, because narcissists don't usually
Own anything they do.
No, they don't usually worry about their own mortality. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not, that's what I thought was fucking weird.
They try to control when they die, even because they're such control freaks.
Exactly. But yeah, go ahead. I'm going to take a minute.
Yeah.
Hold
So
on.
is he, Johnny, is he worried about getting into heaven?
He should be.
Or is he just saying that to reach his
Lord have mercy. I will never forget tourmaline smashing Cheetos. I will never.
and breaking up the tourmaline? That's how hard he is to get rid of.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
He worried about getting into heaven. Thank you, Tux.
Yes. here would be innocence with the Six of Cups, and he doesn't believe he has any, because here you have the Justice and the Hermit kind of wanders because he hasn't really lived his life to where if they put your deeds on a scale and a feather on the other, or however that works, I forget the analogy, but he does wonder about that. Yes, just a little bit. But again, I still think it's a jealousy thing. He knows somebody else is going, so he wants to go too.
He knows Obama's going, so he'll be damned if he's left out.
There's his
When
spirit
Obama goes.
on the bottom.
He is worried about it. He is. He's like, he's looking at things differently. You know, that they always say, like, old people are just, you know, say things because they're just trying to buy their way into heaven. Like they know they're getting ready to go. He's thinking about when he's gone. He's like having a crisis moment here. The truth, he feels like when he goes, he's going to be out. He won't be able to get in. So, what he is saying is quite emotionally charged. He doesn't understand what does happen to us when we depart, cross the ferry boat, so to speak. And he's afraid that he's going to be on the wrong ferry. He's all the talk about his partners and everything else. He's trying to even manipulate his healing. Does that make sense? He's trying to manipulate his healing, like, oh, I've changed. Look at me, I'm new. Blah 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 blah. We got
this. Bro, get you a bag of Cheetos and smash it. Manifest that shit. That's all I'm saying. Is he worried about getting into heaven? No. This is more about him concerned about his heart. That's literally his heart. Confusion, concern, and something that's chronic. A chronic problem with his heart. It's not so much that he cares about the afterlife. He doesn't give two fucks.
He doesn't understand it.
He doesn't understand it. He doesn't care. What his primary concern is this. It's the heart and the chronic issue around his heart. And his chronic confusion. Also, probably something, this would be the lungs and this would be the sexual organs. So I would say he's more concerned about him dying and people really finding out that his dick is a centimeter big versus him getting into heaven.
That's
all I'm saying.
And the fact he can't take his money with him.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Well, he recently bought $100 million in bonds, and that's why he's been pushing the feds to lower interest rates, because that would boom the bond market, right? And he'd make a mint. You know, as president, you're not supposed to be buying bonds. That's insider trading shit. If you're trying to,
Jen, as president, you're not supposed to be violating the fucking emoluments clause.
Yeah,
he did it the first term. He's doing it again. So why? And
over 100 million. Thank you, Becky.
And who's stopping him? Really?
So, will there ever be any fallout from him doing things like this, buying $100 million in U.S. bonds? And he's also negotiating with people who own part of our debt, right? He's negotiating with China and Japan and stuff. But, you know, you're not supposed to.
I have said this to Johnie, and he can vouch for me. I have said it till I'm blue in the face. That motherfucker will die before he ever faces any justice. And I've never said that openly on my channel for fear of being a Pollyanna or a negative Nancy, but that's the truth of it. And look at where we are today. that motherfucker is going to die before he ever faces any justice for anything he's ever done. Period. So, with that said, Jen, I'm going to say no.
Thank you, Dina.
I don't think so either. Mind you, you can use it as a log in the fire if you want to have him impeached and call it abuse of power. Look, you did this, and this, but they're not going to take him to court for it. They're not going to sue him for it. They're not going to arrest him for it. What could happen, though, is he could just be doing it again. The Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles is how it ends. And so there's more of this on the way. Mind you, that's how he started his first hijacking of America, and that's what he's doing now, too. So nothing ever sticks. I mean, he doesn't even owe New York $500 million, so nothing ever sticks. So there's that.
Well, and stupid SCOTUS giving him immunity.
I get no. If anything, there might be some hearings about the corruption or hearings about how something was stolen from a woman. Something was stolen from a woman or taken away from a woman. But no. Hearings about the corruption, hearings about the team of people that work together to steal something from a woman, but no.
Yeah, because I'm getting, after he's gone, all the subterfuge, everything that's been hidden is going to get illuminated. And all these things he did, all these quid pro quos and everything, we're going to learn more. The illumination is going to grow. We're going to learn more about things that he's done as loser Trump, so to speak, but it's after he's out. He's traded stock options, I'm getting. Stuff that he's done on trips with other Republicans, stuff that they've discussed.
Here's another question.
If anything, somewhere down the road, and it'll take both sides of the aisle coming together, they may change some laws and strengthen them.
Fuck laws. The reason that it is written in the fucking Constitution is because it is the Congress's job to hold the presidency in check.
That's right.
Nobody ever thought that you would have an entire party complicit and willing to aid a wannabe dictator in achieving that end, completely dismissing their constitutional duties. So you can write all the fucking laws you want. Begin by enforcing the ones that are already on the fucking books.
Yeah, they've just been ignoring all the laws.
I'm going to take a minute. I need to go grab some meds and fix something. Can you guys take it for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
So Johnny, if he goes after Cheeto got smashed by Malachite there, will he have a state funeral? Or will there be too much coming out about his pedophilia and his convicted felon and rapist and grifting? Will he have a state funeral? I think we're going to have to make a short out of her bashing that Cheeto. No words needed.
Yeah. Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, family legacy, that type of thing. Mind you, everybody on American soil does not hate Donald Trump. And so there are some who would wish to pay their respects and so forth and so forth. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yes, he would. He would have a protest too, mind you. Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, but he would be interred like all the rest of them.
If they do, it's going to be tempered down. I'm getting it's kind of a 50-50 chance here, and a little indecision about whether they have a state funeral or not. And that's on both sides of the aisle. You know, loser Trump here, looking at his work and trying to temper down what he has done. If anybody goes, it'll be the Republicans. He may try to find a way to grift off his own damn funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you too can buy a gold tombstone and gold casket.
Mm-hmm.
Gold heart, gold kinkles, whatever. So John Bolton's home got raided Friday morning. You know, he has called Trump a moron in the past. John was not at home. It was his wife and children who were at home when it happened. George Conway apparently lives kind of in the same neighborhood, so he was over there filming a little bit, but John was not at home. How, you know, because they're probably trying to plant evidence and everything else. How is this going to go for John?
He's got children at home. How old is he?
I don't know. I don't know if he's pretty old. I don't know if it was children or what. I know his wife was at home, but I thought there were children there. Could have been grandkids or something.
I think it's the tip of the iceberg for him. There is the Temperance, Four of Pentacles. They're seeking to isolate him. The Magician and the Five of Cups. This may be a revenge plot or something like that, but they're manipulating, basically. And then there's the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon, which means this ain't over no time soon. They're working on other things. There's someone specifically out there that's meant to gather information, because this is supposed to be about the documents probe, but his administration, I'm pretty sure it cares nothing about documents, at least the documents probe. And you could have done this 4 months ago, 5 months ago, or something like that. They're messing with them on purpose, is what I get.
Why did they raid Michael Bolton's house anyways?
Documents is what they said.
Documents for what?
Documents probe.
A documents probe for what, though?
Well, because Trump took all those documents to Mar-a-Lago's when Bolton really started speaking out about, you don't do this, you know, and he's been speaking out a lot about his negotiating tactics for peace, quote.
You know, I love this for Michael Bolton. It took this whole time for everything to come back and circle all the way right back to you. Because that motherfucker had no qualms about how nasty and horrible and vengeful and vindictive and illegal Trump was when he was in that administration. Now you're reaping the benefits. So
Yeah, I get like, as they look into what they took in the raid, they're going to discover some secret relationships, illumination on that they're not going to like. Trump's administration is not going to like. So whatever they find, they're going to block it as quick as they block the Epstein files being released, right? They're not going to like what comes out. It's going to resurrect old problems. So going to court, I get, rest easy. it's going to go nowhere. They're just trying to make him anxious.
We call him Michael Bolton because that's what Johnny calls him.
Yeah, John
Yes.
Bolton.
We know
They
his
called him
name is,
Felicia Bolton too.
we know his name is John Bolton, but we call him Michael Bolton because that's what Johnny calls him. So
Yes. Because John just would not come out my mouth. Every time I talk about him, I call him Michael Bolton. So his name is Michael Bolton.
Trump. I thought Trump took away his security clearance quite a while ago, at the first of his term.
Well, they claim what they're looking for is classified documents that he may have.
oh, wait a minute. So he didn't have a right to take that stuff home? I'm
And
sorry.
put it in shitter like Trump did.
Now, mind you, he may not have a single solitary thing in his house. This is just them going in searching for what they believe is there.
As wrong as it is, an absolute abuse of power and a willing attorney general to go along with it,
Mhm.
as gross and disgusting and illegal and wrong as that is, I'm glad it's happening to Michael Bolton. I am absolute. Now do Bill Barr. Do Bill Barr next. Do him next.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had Bill Barr behind closed doors testifying, and then Republicans tried to spin it of, oh, Barr said there was nothing linking Trump with Epstein, blah blah blah. Like there's nothing to see here. What did Bill Barr actually say? Because it wasn't televised. We weren't allowed to see what he said. What did Barr have to say about Trump and Epstein?
Bill Barr said, I was the last person to see that man alive.
Because I think what we're hearing is just spin from Republicans. Or he's pulling a Ghislaine Maxwell. No, nothing to see here.
Nothing. I want to call it a formality. Like, we're on record having interviewed him because there is the magician. Magician is the creator of worlds. This is the thing that I want you to believe in, the manipulation type of thing. There's the lawyer with the Queen of Swords, the Four of Cups. You take what is handed to you. The world, it's all completed, is behind us. It's in the past. And then the Page of Cups is an innocence. And so he saw nothing. He knows nothing. There was nothing. Have a nice day.
He's covering up. He's definitely covering up. He's like just having a good old time. Tempering everything he said, not giving much, because he felt like he's in defense mode a little bit. So he's protecting himself, is what I'm getting. Something's changing around Christmas time, I'm getting with this. So watch around Epstein and other billionaires that may have been involved with him. Watch for that, like some kind of evidence that comes out. But yeah, he was giving nothing. He was just gaslighting. He's waiting to see what else comes out. Yeah, he's holding it close to his chest.
I get that there was a lot of nervous people that were concerned about the affairs that would be a danger to them. And Barr has the answers, has the evidence, and knows. It was almost a reassurance that none of this gets out. Because we know that you know, and we know that you have the answers. A lot here, affairs, answers. People that are nervous because they're targets and losses, what they would lose. So without saying, I got your asses covered, he said, I got your asses covered. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. So
He's played the game so that they
Yeah.
know he's not going to say anything.
yep. Yep. Yep.
They know by him not saying anything.
They know he knew, or there will be knowledge of where the payments for the affairs came from. There's the payments, the transactions, anywhere from consultants to members of Congress to lobbyists, aides, a whole team of people. They're there. Money, affairs, answers. The abundance of lovers, the abundance of affairs and answers. And people that are nervous and shitting their pants because they're targets. They are targets, or they're in danger of becoming a target, if that makes sense, for the affairs and the money that was paid. So, yeah.
I think he knows it's dangerous for him to say anything too.
I mean, and what does it benefit him?
Yeah.
He's a keeper of secrets. I mean, he's been involved in corruption since 1532. So
Yeah. Snitches get stitches, right? Right.
Yeah.
Trump has mentioned a couple of times that he is thinking about putting, besides wanting to do away with mail-in ballots, he's thinking about putting military and National Guard around the polling stations.
Back it up. Did you just hear what he said earlier this week? Did you hear what he said earlier this week?
About putting National Guard at polling stations?
About getting rid of mail-in ballots?
Yeah.
Because the voting machines in 2024 were irregular. So
even though
here he is admitting to it again.
But he doesn't want mail-in ballots that you can recount. He doesn't want any.
Even though, yeah, he wants to get rid of the evidence of what can be verified. And now he's saying that the machines in 2024 were having issues. So please tell us again for the 10,000th time
that you cheated.
How you stole the election and you're still in the fucking White House illegitimately. You know, I mean, I just make it make sense. Fucking make it make sense. And also, I want to share this with you guys. You guys go ahead. I'm going to take a minute.
So is he going to put military at the polling stations? Because that's illegal. The voting machines were irregular. Yeah, because you jacked them up. The totals.
Ain't that some shit? I won, but the machines were irregular, so I want to get rid of mail-in ballots. Because you know what? Based on the evidence that's coming out of the Election Truth Alliance and everything that's going to court, the mail-in ballots are perfect. It's the ones that were counted on voting day where all the irregularities and the cheating happened. That's why he wants to get rid of mail-in ballots, because you can't cheat on mail-in ballots. You can only cheat on election day with the tabulators.
So I mean, that putting military at the polling places or National Guard, that's intimidation tactics 101. Will they be successful at putting military or National Guard at polling places?
Here's the problem, though, that I don't know if they see. Most Americans are not intimidated by the sight of soldiers, American soldiers. What would intimidate you would be a bunch of Cletuses with Confederate flag shirts or MAGA hats or something like that, because those are the unhinged people. No one's
And
really afraid of soldiers walking around or standing at a polling station.
And here's the thing. Thanks to Republicans, we have a heavily armed populace. So just because there's liberals does not mean liberals don't own guns and can't go freaking batshit crazy, just like the other radicalized people. So
you can put ICE at polling stations, because they're arresting people that are U.S. citizens, and then they let them go later. Yeah, sometimes. Some are disappeared. But it's, we've had it. We're fed up. Yeah, they're going to try to cause problems at the polling stations. But I get it'll make the victory for the Democrats even stronger with the votes. So do it. Go for it. Them's fighting words over our vote, trying to fight us for our votes. No, people will take a stand against that.
it's like, motherfucker, you're dying. Hopefully you'll be dead tomorrow on live fucking television. Why are you worried about the fucking midterms? You're gonna look, Johnie put a bunch of fucking needles in your head. I smashed you with a fucking tourmaline. Witches on TikTok and Etsy are cursing your ass every day. Don't worry about the midterms, motherfucker. You ain't gonna be here. You're not gonna be here. You're not gonna be here.
I found another one.
See, smash it, Johnie. Smash it.
The needles won't go in.
Wait. Hold on.
Try the other end.
Oh my God, that Cheeto even looks like him, fat with like a limp leg.
And a little bitty mushroom.
Determination. It's going in there. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you guys, to give Lori credit, Lori had done readings and she had been getting that Kamala Harris knew that she won, but somebody higher up in the Democratic Party told her to shut up and sit down. Guess what just came out? I forget. I don't know if Lori's still in the chat, but if she is, or if she's not, tell her that I said this and I showed the video. Because Lori was getting that Kamala was well aware that she won and that he cheated, and they told her to shut up and sit down. I want you to watch this video real quick. Hold on, Johnie. Okay, can you see this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure my volume is all the way up.
Win the election.
So listen, I'm unaffiliated with the party, right? So I'm a free woman.
Yes.
I believe she did.
Yes.
I believe she did. I also, I believe I worked on the campaign. I was a senior advisor. I believe that there are some decision makers in the party who failed her.
Yes.
When I got calls
Absolutely.
from folks here in Georgia, folks in Philadelphia, like, I got 5 truck mailers, but I didn't see anything in my mailbox about Kamala Harris.
We couldn't find the yard time. Did Kamala win the election?
So listen,
That right there was one of her senior campaign people. On the Jamal Bryant podcast.
And I think Kamala has done some innuendos that lets us know she knows she won.
I know.
When she speaks, when she does her...
Let me say this on the record because I have gotten so much shit in the past. Fuck Nancy Pelosi. Fuck Chuck Schumer. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Merrick Garland. Fuck all of them. Because why would you allow this shit to happen? To have an orange fucking faced goddamn convicted felon criminal subvert the will of the people just so that we don't sound like them. Fuck that shit. Fuck it all the way to next Tuesday. So I'm just saying, for Lori's reading, that they told her to shut up. There's your proof. And that was from Kamala's campaign advisor. They told her shut up and sit down. So who did it? I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to ask who told Kamala to shut up and sit down, or
yeah, we've had changes in the head of the DNC and stuff, but yeah, it goes higher than that. It goes to like donors and stuff involved with it too.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them all. You know. So I'm just saying. So, anyways, go ahead, Jenny. I'm sorry. It's the drugs. That's why I'm all ornery tonight. So.
Let's see. Is Putin going to release any damaging information on Trump since their meeting in Alaska? Because, he's supposed to be negotiating a peace deal with Putin, and Putin's turning around and bombarding Ukraine again. Is Putin going to release any damaging information?
The way my blood was boiling when I saw that shit, to make our servicemen get on hands and fucking knees to roll out a red carpet for a fucking dictator.
Yeah.
Our servicemen in uniform to get on their hands and knees while he's over there happier than a pig in shit, like a little kid at Chuck E. Cheese. So happy to see his best friend dictator, who he himself has never served a day in the military, thinks that people who serve in the military
are losers,
are suckers and losers. And yet he has them degrading themselves for a fucking war criminal and a person that has never been an ally to this country. The day that motherfucker dies cannot come soon enough, and so help me God, let it be on camera, let it be long, and let it be fucking painful. Because I have had it. I'm not Mother Teresa. I am sick and tired of seeing that motherfucker get away with everything. At least let me have this. Okay? Let me have this. I get something that he has about abusing children with sex. Child, goal or the focus here, abuse and sex. This is reading like a no, but it's implied I have this.
It's like threatening it, hanging over him.
Yeah, he's hanging it over his head. It doesn't get released. I get that they don't release them. They continue to use it for their own gain, but it's there. Child, focus, abuse, and sex. So.
Yeah, Putin the devil, right? He knows about Trump's addictions also, but he's going to continue to cause problems for him. He's got him trapped. And he's got inside people with him. He's got, spies in the White House. So, he knows something too about deaths, and he's kind of squelching some of that. So whether that's Epstein's death, he knows like the plans behind that. Offering up something, I get he'll be quiet right now because he is using it to bully, and using it in secret to bully. So he talks to him strongly, he talks to Trump strongly, so he threatens him.
Again, there is no need as long as you play the game. There is the devil in the Six of Wands. If you continue to play your role, you'll be just fine. However, the devil always has a chain around you as long as you allow it. And so what I do get in the end is the Judgment in the Page of Pentacles. Eventually, there is something that will come out. This is my card for like announcements and things. And then here is evidence, something physical. And so there is something that could come out if he ever chooses to not play his part. Lindsay wants him to, in his words, crush the Russian economy. And so if he were to follow through with such a thing, then maybe we'd see it.
So, changing gears here for a minute. I know everybody is super happy and loving up on Gavin Newsom. I'm going to tell you right now, Gavin Newsom is not everything you think he is. He's a terrible person. He hates homeless people. He went after the pro-Palestine protesters just like Republicans did. Okay? He's not a savior. What he is psychotic. And we need psychotic right now.
To fight psychotic.
Okay, so, and I say this as a California resident. Gavin Newsom is my governor. Is he perfect? No. Is he corrupt? Perhaps. Is he a piece of shit? Yeah, maybe. But at least he's fighting fire with fire instead of, oh, well, I'm going to write a strongly worded letter a la Chuck Schumer or Hakeem Jeffries. Well, there's nothing we can do. At least we have a fucking psycho, okay? He's putting it on the ballot.
He's showing how childish Trump is too by imitating him.
So he's putting it on the ballot for us to redistrict our maps and get rid of all the Republicans. He's putting it up to the voters. Here's the thing. He's doing what Republicans did not do. Republicans bypassed the voters and said, fuck the voters, we're going to disenfranchise you. Whereas Gavin Newsom is doing the opposite. He's putting it to the voters and saying, do you want to do this? Okay. The problem with that is the amount of money Republicans are going to spend in California to fuck up that initiative so that when people vote on it, they're either misinformed or confused. Okay. Because it's going to be on the ballot. I want to know the outcome of that election, or not that election, that ballot measure to redistrict California. Will it benefit Democrats? Is what I want to know. So will the California redistricting ballot measure, will it benefit Democrats? Because you can expect a shit ton of money to be spent by Republicans to try to fuck up the message. I know that there is, Rose. It will be successful, but they're going to try to frame it as an abuse of power. Power abuse news feedback. The feedback is going to be that this is abusing power, even though they're the ones that are doing it, you know?
Yeah, they're doing it. In Texas is okay to abuse power, but not in California.
Nope. And that's the thing that ticks my nerves. Oh, you guys are supposed to be the tolerant left. Just that alone implies the tolerant left, meaning that we're just supposed to sit here and take it while you abuse us over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Just take it because we're tolerant. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I get. Yes, it helps Democrats because as people want to take the power back, there's a lot of support for this measure. Like, okay, let's move it along and block Republicans. Everybody's seeing it differently now. So, yeah, do what you got to do. I get it'll pass. Strength on it. Yeah.
Yes. Empress and the Ace of Cups. It will grow. It does open a box, though, because, like Becca said, I think they're going to say it's an abuse of power with the devil, 10 of swords type of thing. and then try to do some lawsuits and things of that nature. But this was left up to the people, and so they do get yes though.
But here's the thing. Republicans have gerrymandered their states so bad that they've gerrymandered themselves into a corner. They can't gerrymander anymore. They've gerrymandered to the max.
They can't.
That's it. They can't do it anymore.
Well, it's only the big states that can really affect how many seats, you know, where they get enough, like New York, California.
I don't trust the New York governor as far as I can throw her. She's another piece of shit. I'm just saying, come after me all you want. I'm tired of fucking being nice to spare people's feelings. But what's her name is a fucking piece of shit. She is a piece of shit. I'll believe it when I see it. You know, so my next question is, as soon as Gavin Newsom started trolling, he didn't, his aide, that Hispanic girl, started trolling Trump. As soon as that happened, the all caps rage tweet stopped. You can tell it's not him tweeting because they're actually concise, well thought out, properly grammared sentences. So you can tell it's not him. I wanted, and then what's funny is all the Fox News hosts are losing their minds. Like, oh, that's so childish. He's one of the governors of the largest states. It's like, yeah, you dumb fucks. And the orange clown is the president of the United States, of all the states, and you guys think it's fucking fantastic. You know, it's like irony is dead. It's so dead. But they have been talking about the left about being so fucking petty. I'm talking decking out your trucks with Gavin Newsom like they do with Trump trucks, with Gavin Newsom flags and bumper stickers and all, like complete MAGA, but for Gavin Newsom. They're talking about doing that and being completely insufferable for the next 4 to 5 years just to make MAGA lose their fucking minds. I want to know, first of all, are they going to do it? And
right now, you can go and buy Gavin Newsom merch, and it's basically everything Trump has with Gavin Newsom's name on it. And so there's a Newsom 2026, as in he won the election in 2026. There's a Gavin Newsom hat, says Patriots on it. Yes.
I want to see the decked out trucks and all that shit. That's going to be hilarious. Hilarious.
Yeah. It's listen. I'm here for all of it. Okay.
Me too.
You call anything petty, I'm gonna switch the channel on automatically. But there's the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Cups, and so the loser Trump is indeed paying attention to this because he's being trolled. He doesn't know what to do. Bullies do not like people to stand up to them, and they definitely don't like to be mocked. And so there's the Queen of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. This is actually going to last for some time too, so this is not a fad. So this may be for like the rest of the year or something.
Isn't it fantastic, Johnny? I think it's fucking great. I think it's fucking great. I think it's... And then they're going to, oh, you look so ridiculous. Well, completely ignoring their trumped out fucking truck. Like, irony is dead. It's fucking dead.
Yeah.
What I need, though, is for the rest of the governors to do that too.
I get, yes, people love it. We'll be buying the merch up until Trump dies, has a heart attack, exits out. Like they'll do it till he's gone.
I get that they're going to get really mad and very cynical and very accusatory that their stuff was stolen. They stole our stuff. Look at all that love on their cars and on their trucks and on their boats. Oh my God. They're going to have boats with Gavin Newsom stuff on it, except it won't sink to the bottom of the fucking lake like it did.
A Newsom Navy. That was the best rally ever.
Oh my God.
Sinking the boots.
Sinking the fucking boats, dude. I mean, you just can't with these people. You
You
can't.
can't even make that up.
No, you can't. You
The
can't.
bus that crashed into the wall or whatever it was that crashed into, like, they can't make it up.
They're just so dumb. They're so dumb. I can't, dude. I can't do it.
I don't remember what press conference it was in this week, but there was one time Trump was talking, and Melania came up apparently at it, and he said, Melania loves her son. Melania loves her child, loves her son. Melania loves her kid. Like, he never owns Barron. Is Barron his? Is he even his?
He looks just like him.
Yeah, he looks just
His
like
mouth looks just like him.
His
although
whole face looks just like him.
I'm telling you, every time I see Braxy's asshole, I think I'm looking at Trump's mouth.
Yeah. So why doesn't Trump own Barron? Like,
Does he own any of them? Just
No.
Don? I don't want a child named after me because what if he's a loser? He's not a father.
He hates his own son because he's taller than him, Johnny. Barron is taller than him. After this, I have a question. That's petty.
why doesn't he claim his own child? I mean, he claims Junior and Ivanka, and
Because so
they're
far he
grown.
has had no impact on the business, on the family business. There's the business, there's loyalty, there's the gifts and the happiness. He disowns him right now because he hasn't contributed, and I'm using that word very loosely,
to the family business,
to the family business.
That's what I get.
and he costs him money.
Yeah. He's not in the family business. Because mind you, Eric and Don are not his kids either. They're his employees,
Mm-hmm.
his business partners.
And
in
then
crime.
he wants to sleep with his daughter. So
Yeah,
I mean,
the pretty one.
because Tiffany looks all kinds of fucked up.
She looks like her mother or something like that, I guess.
I get he has betrayed him somehow too, like with someone he tried to connect Trump with. Who was it that he tried to connect Trump with and it kind of backfired? Was it Nick Fuentes or something?
I think it was one of the podcasters or something.
Wait, there was somebody like it. There was a story about it, or what's his name? That toxic guy that was in Romania and they got
Yeah.
the rapist.
So moving on to other petty stuff, and then I'm going to let you take over for a little bit, John, because I'm trying to get a headache. Laura Loomer, under oath, answering a question, had nothing to do with what she was being asked. Under oath, said that she has it on good authority that Lindsey Graham is gay and he's in the closet. And they asked her why she said that, and she's like, because I'm under oath and I want you to know on the record that I'm not lying, that I have it on good authority that Lindsey Graham is gay. Now, you want to talk about fucking petty, dude. Like, first of all, that woman is completely and utterly fucking unhinged.
Like, what the hell did they ask her that even came up?
It had nothing to do with what she was being asked. She just came out and just said it. I have it under good authority that Lindsey Graham is gay and he's in the closet. And they're like, why are you saying that? Because I'm under oath and I want it on the record. So, listen, we all know Lindsey Graham is gay. Apparently, Donald Trump threw his ass under the bus too a few days ago at a press conference that Lindsey Graham is gay. Everybody knows he's fucking gay. The only person who's fooling is himself, thinking that nobody knows you're fucking gay. I mean, And then there's the other thing where they keep breaking Grindr when they go to the RNC or whatever. So you have all these closeted homophobes that have no problem going home to their wife and kids while getting their dick sucked in Washington, D.C. by an escort, and I have nothing against sex workers, to then turn around and actively vote against those people for doing the very same things that they're doing. I mean, it's just a fucking hypocrisy. At least be fucking consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be consistent for once in your fucking life. You know? So I want to know. How does Lindsey Graham feel about being outed? Because the only person that thinks that nobody knows that he's gay is him. Everybody, it's like the elephant in the room. Everybody fucking knows it. Everybody knows it. So what does Lindsey Graham think about being outed?
There's a song running through my head, or a lyric. The lyric is everybody's trying to be famous, and I'm just trying to find a place to hide. There is the hermit and the hangman. So he's trying to find a place to hide. Because he knows who he is, but he can't say that because he's supposed to be conservative. And then how will they take it, and blah, blah, blah. The hangman trying to find that perspective, but he also thinks that he's kind of been stabbed in the back there. Which surprises me, because these people aren't your friends, you're not theirs. So there's that. Then there's the devil, because he thinks he's being judged and all that. Yeah, kind of feels like the world's coming to an end a little bit. But he's been here before. Remember when he was Lady G? And all the escorts was like, well, we know who Lady G is. We frequent him all the time.
Everybody knows Lindsey Graham is gay. The only person that thinks he's fooling anybody is him.
It's him.
Everybody knows you're fucking gay.
He's quite emotional about it. But what's interesting is what the cards are bringing up. You know, in Trump's first term, Lindsey was off golfing with him all the time, like meeting with him at Mar-a-Lago and stuff. He's blocked from Trump somehow. He somehow, in money that he was getting, he's blocked somehow from returning to Trump and stuff. So he's having to find new partnerships. That could definitely be on Grindr at this point, but he's definitely like having to find new partnerships even in the Senate. But he feels betrayed. He totally feels betrayed by that woman, by Laura Loomer.
I mean, it makes sense.
I get the opposite. I get that he's trying to get away from all relationships.
Yeah.
These are relationships. These are affairs. At home or within his close entourage, give him the cold shoulder, cut that shit off. So instead of coming out of the closet and saying, yeah, I'm gay, so what? His answer is hide it even more. Let me be even more fucking miserable. Let me triple down on my own unhappiness. So for what? For what? You know, I mean.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please, by all means. Go ahead.
She said she had it on good authority. Who is this good authority?
I don't know, but she said it under oath in a fucking hearing, so.
Can we ask who is her informant?
Who is
because like Becca said, everybody can see it, but who told her on good authority that Lindsey Graham is gay.
Somebody that had to see him firsthand with a gay lover or something.
Or she just been petty, because I mean that's who she is, mind you.
Or somebody who has been a partner of his at some point. A whole bunch of them in the closet, though. It's not just Lindsay.
I know. Look at Moses Mike. That
Moses Mike, Josh Hawley, when he kisses his wife, does it like that, like he's afraid to touch lips with her.
Moses Mike, who looks like an up on the shelf motherfucker, is another one that just because you're married doesn't mean we all can't see that you're fucking gay. He is fucking gayer than shit.
Vance, JD Vance, yeah.
Yes.
You have children, but Peter Thiel and you go way back longer.
And here's another thing. And somebody explain it to me like I'm a fucking idiot. Why are the Republicans so much against gays, queer, transgender, and drag queens when you have two of the biggest fucking drag queens on the planet currently squatting in the White House? Donald Trump wears more makeup than a fucking drag queen on a Friday night. And JD Vance is one smoky eye away from a fucking porn flick. Okay? And then you're going to sit here and lecture the rest of us about what it is to be masculine when these two are the biggest pieces of shit, most vain men ever who wear more makeup than I do?
The hypocrisy, they want to do away with gay marriage and everything, and yet, they talk about drag queens and everything. It's like, y'all wear more makeup than a drag queen. Come on.
I mean, come on. And a drag queen would never dare unblend her makeup so badly like Donald Trump. Ever. Ever. At least a drag queen would take it up to their hairline and their ear.
I don't think she has it on good authority. I think she just made that up. But she does. She not made it up necessarily, because what she said is true. But on the good authority part, but there is people here who talk about romance and may have it's secondhand. Like somebody have talked to somebody who'd been with Lindsey Graham, and so they heard it from she heard it from them or something like that. But she didn't see anything firsthand. She doesn't know anything firsthand, I don't think. But she has spoken to people who have been with Lindsey Graham or something like that. Which, yuck. I don't like talking about nobody looks, but no, sir.
No, fuck Lindsey Graham. He deserves every bit of it. And here's another thing. As a gay man, who you're never going to stick your dick inside of a woman willingly, who the fuck are you to dictate how a woman is allowed to get health care, reproductive fucking health care? You know what? I hope from now on, from today moving forward, I hope that every time Lindsey Graham sits down, he fucking pinches his fucking dick or his balls every single day for the rest of his life. Every time he sits down, I hope he smashes his fucking balls. Because that's what he deserves. No gay man has any right, no man, period, especially a gay one, has any fucking right to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her own body, is all I'm going to say.
I get it's a jilted lover, like somebody separated from him that was with him in the past, that things have changed now and maybe had some evidence that was presented, so like a photo or something, but someone who has moved on from him. And I don't know what this is about. I'm getting also that also knows why Trump has blocked Lindsey from coming to the White House for visits and talking and golfing together.
Probably Laura Loomer. When you said that he is blocked from Donald Trump, it makes sense because Laura Loomer comes out and attacks all the people that he suddenly all of a sudden doesn't like. He won't endorse Marjorie Taylor Greene, and she goes on the attack. Now Lindsey Graham is being outed by Laura Loomer, and Donald Trump doesn't speak to him anymore. She shifts all of his relationships based upon whatever it is she says to him.
Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, who he respects and admires versus who's in, who's out. Mean girls. They're all mean girls. So the governor of Maryland has invited, I believe it was the governor, might have been the mayor. It's predominantly Democrat, and he invited Trump to go for a walk with him on the streets in Baltimore, and because he was making fun of Trump's ankles and how he's in bad health and blah blah blah. And Trump went back and attacked him, and he said, "I'll go for a walk with you when you secure your streets. It's dangerous." Blah 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 blah. And meanwhile, just like in DC, the crime rates are dropping in Maryland. So he offered him to take him on a golf cart through the streets because if your ankles can't handle it, I'll get a golf cart. It kind of reminded me of Newsom a little bit, like they're attacking back at a petty level. Are we going to see more of this? Like this with Newsom and Maryland guy? Are we going to see more attacking back at a really petty level?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 And it's about to go into his appearance too, because his appearance is about to change, possibly. They're already doing the back of the hand thing because the back of his hand is probably where he gets stuck a lot with not injections, but drawing blood and things of that nature.
And they can't match the makeup right to his skin.
But I get the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. And so, yes, there will be a lot more, especially tugging at his feelings type of thing. The Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords, the Sun. Yes, a whole lot more. Here's the thing, too, because they know it gets at him. And when Obama was in, it was mostly race-based when they did all of the taunting and jeering and that type of thing. It wasn't worldwide, as in every single country somebody hates you for a bunch of different reasons. If they hated Obama, it was usually because of one thing. Donald Trump is hated because of a bunch of things everywhere. That should say something to him, but it doesn't. But yes, and like I said, I think they're going to go after his appearance next.
Like I said, live your life in a way that the whole world is not wishing that you were dead. That's all I'm going to say.
Steadily, people are going to look into anything that can make people look at Trump in a different way and throw Trump off balance. I get the next thing there. I'm already starting to see this a little bit, going after Melania more. And breaking down that whole facade with her Epstein visa. They're already getting her because she met Trump because of Epstein.
You cannot convince me that Melania Trump was not another Ghislaine Maxwell. You cannot convince me. You cannot convince me.
I mean, go ahead, Melania. Tell Barron the first time I had sex with your dad was on Epstein's jet. That's public knowledge now. So, they're going to throw his children under the bus, the whole family. Well,
they're all trash.
They can get away with.
They're all fucking trash. An entire family of criminals who has been playing in our faces for decades, and nobody has had the balls to do anything. And this is the result. So I'll just shut up.
It's like, let's bring Melania in and question her about Epstein. She was around him a lot, flying on his jet before.
You cannot convince me she was not a madame. You cannot convince me. So I'm just saying. So I have a question, just for shits and giggles. When is he going to die?
Do I look in days, weeks, or months? I have to kind of think about that when I shuffle.
Because I want those Etsy and TikTok witches and astrologers to be so right. I want to get that text message tomorrow from you guys. He fucking died. I would just, oh my God. I would be over the moon.
Well, and it's really funny. Trump was golfing 2 to 3 times a week since he took office again on the taxpayer dollars. Except in July, he missed 13 days of golfing. And also in August, right now, he's on the 14th day of not golfing, which is unusual.
So here's my question.
That tells you his health is not doing well if he's not out there golfing.
Here's a question. He's out golfing 365 days a year, not doing his presidential duties. Meanwhile, the vice president is out vacationing every fucking day as well on our taxpayer dollars. Who the fuck is running the country?
Yeah, JD Vance has taken 8 vacations in 7 months.
Yeah, who the fuck is running? Who is running the country when both of them are on vacation at the same time?
Yeah,
Who's
but
running the
Trump is
fucking country?
not golfing right now, so that's suspect, right? Because his health has deteriorated so much, his little swollen ankles or whatever, he can't even golf. Can't swing a golf club.
I would love to see him swing a golf club and hit himself in the head and kill himself. That would be fucking monumental.
So what was your question, Becca?
When is he going to die?
Oh, when is he going to die? That's right. How quickly I forgot.
I mean, I'm down with the astrologer that's saying that he dies tomorrow, because let me tell you, I don't drink, but I will be fucking shit-faced if I get a text message or a notification on my phone that son of a bitch dropped dead tomorrow.
So I actually believe we have multiple exit dates. And I'll see 2 to 5 different exit dates, but he's in one right now. He's in this month. He's got problems. He's got problems again in October. In January, he's got another exit date. He's not going to make it a year.
No, I have that reading on my little card, Jen. He doesn't finish out the year because of a health problem, a change in government because somebody's in the hospital and there's a health issue. It was the storks, the tower, the tree. Change, government, health. Change in government, hospital. He doesn't make it to the end of the year. What do you get, Johnny? When is he going to fucking die?
Nothing. I don't ever get an answer to that question. Even when people ask me, the regular, normal people. If I had to come up with an answer, I'd say between April and May of next year.
I don't like your answer, Johnny. I want it to be tomorrow.
I mean, he could be out by health reasons because he's unable to do his job. He could still be out before then.
He would never do it. They'd have to
in a hospital or at Mar-a-Lago on.
They would have to betray him so hard because he would not willingly let go. He cheated too fucking hard to get to where he's at. Okay, that's the hardest he's ever worked in his life, was the amount of cheating he had to do to get into office this time. That's the most he's ever worked in his life. So, yeah.
Yeah, even somebody's commenting, even Alex Jones was talking about his ankles.
Can't go smack taco tits. I mean, what a fucking embarrassment. What a fucking monumental embarrassment. And to think that not one elected official outside of maybe a handful that I can count on one hand, has had the balls to come out and say enough is enough, get rid of this motherfucker. The Republican Party is completely complacent and on board with everything he's doing. The Democrats are too fucking scared, hiding in the corner, trying to get more donations while not doing anything, and insider trading while not doing anything. And the rest of us are going, what the fuck? What the fuck? I have a question about Kim Davis, and that's the last one I have for tonight for me.
I've got one more.
Well, let me ask Kim Davis. So Kim Davis is taking her, Kim Davis, the adulteress, who's been married 4 times, wants to save the sanctity of marriage, so she's taking it to the Supreme Court to overturn gay marriage because,
Yeah, she was the lady from Kentucky that you would register to get married with, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of being a pharmacist while being an anti-vaxxer and anti-medicine.
While running a meth lab out of your trailer.
I don't believe in medicine, but I'm going to go seek a career in medicine. Bitch, if you don't want to be handing out gay marriage licenses, go work at a fucking bakery where you don't have to hand them out. I mean, fucking hell. So Kim Davis, America's most hated fucking bitch, may she never, ever, 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 ever again know a day of fucking peace so long as she breathes. That disgusting, hateful cunt whore bitch. Anyways, will the Supreme Court overturn gay marriage?
I get no, not based on her case anyway.
I mean, I'm kind of happy that she didn't say because of biblical law. Because boy, oh boy, would I love to use biblical law on Kim Davis. Because according to biblical law, the punishment for adultery is execution. So I would be more than happy to stone that bitch to death.
She's going to hell with her friend right then.
Yeah. I just can't believe she found 3 people to fucking marry her. Like, what the fuck? I get that something that has been long-standing that was achieved comes to an end and closes.
I think they will, because I'm crowning the reading. I have the Sun card. That's a big yes for me. Nostalgia, wanting things the way it used to be for marriage and stuff. And this, to Johnny's point, this may return again to the courts because there's like some kind of indecision around it. Like I know they can't have a tie because they got 9 justices, but there's like some kind of indecision, especially with 2 of the male justices. Mm-hmm. But it's a really strong fight. So
I can't with these fucking religious zealots, dude. I can't.
They may present it again in some other way. So I think you're both right. I think. Yeah.
I got that something that has been long-standing comes to an end. Because I asked, will the Supreme Court overturn gay marriage? I get something that was long-standing comes to an end. So it could be like Johnny said, not from her, but later on, yes, because I'm getting that something that is long-standing comes to an end.
Yeah. So that's my marriage card, and that's a yes card here. Like we're kind of stuck in the middle. They will burden people doing this, but you know they
And
did
this
the
is
same
what
thing with Roe v. Wade. So
this is what I don't get about these fucking motherfuckers, dude. The rest of us, the 97% of us, are not in your fucking book club. We're not in your book club. Your religion prevents you from doing that. It doesn't prevent us from doing that. You know, like why can't they get that through their fucking heads? And another thing, these people that are seeking to control everybody else based on their religious extremism are the ones that need to be controlled. Did you hear the shit about the guy that runs the church that Pete Hegseth goes to? Did you hear the shit about him?
was he another pedophile?
He did an interview on CNN where he was saying that women are the type of people that people come out of. Women are the type of people that people come out of. Basically, we have no agency. We're worthless. We're only good for breeding and pushing out another human being. That's the only value that we have.
Charlie Kirk is probably another gay person is talking about we own your bodies, right? It's the same
thing. And here's the thing. Pete Hegseth goes to this man's church. I saw on the I've Had It podcast what the fuck has been happening in that church. The guy that did that interview that said that women are the type of people that people come out of, one of his pastors got busted for being a fucking pedophile. He went to court and fought to have that man released under supervision of the church for not reconciliation, but what was it called? When rehabilitation. So the court allowed it. He was later caught sexually abusing his infant son, his own infant son, an infant, not a teenager, not a child, no, an infant. Now tell me why the fuck these motherfuckers got to shove their religious bullshit down the rest of our fucking throat when they are the biggest fucking deviants who shouldn't even be put in jail. They should have a bullet put in their fucking heads. Don't even put them in jail, put a fucking bullet in their heads for the kind of shit they're into. You know, so I don't get it. And I'm so sick and tired of this minority group holding the rest of us fucking hostage. I've had it. You know? I mean, fuck.
Well, speaking of being held hostage, can we look at Nicole Collier, the Texas Democrat that was held in their house hostage because she wouldn't sign the paperwork that she would allow the police to follow her around everywhere to keep tabs on her. So they held her hostage. She's now suing the state of Texas. I'm like, you go, Nicole. Like, that's bullshit. Like, they are big brother. We're going to follow you everywhere. We're going to keep tabs on you. If you won't sign this, we're holding you hostage. That's kidnapping. Hello. She hadn't broken a law.
I can't. The take the high road is over. No, like Johnny said, when they take the low road, when they go low, we drag them down to the fucking fiery pits of hell. We're packed. Nice.
She went in the bathroom, was trying to FaceTime with somebody, and they pulled her out of the bathroom. It's like, oh my God, these people are so low. So will she win her lawsuit? Because that's just despicable, along with everything else they do.
And somebody, please, for the love of all that is holy, push Greg Abbott off a cliff. Don't even give the fucker a parachute. Just push him off a cliff. Please.
my God, card's flipping out. I mean, no regard for, if she had family or anybody to take care of at home. Yeah, I don't understand why. I'm with you on that one. Somebody commenting like the police are following these orders, which is stupid. Why these police aren't standing up more to ICE and stuff like that?
Because the police have been corrupted for decades. And nobody has fucking cleaned it up. Nobody batted an eye when police were brutally fucking killing black people for no reason. Here's the result of that. Here's the result.
There you go. Jeff Rose says, roll Abbott into that river he installed razor wire in.
Yep. And don't even give that fucker floaties. As a matter of fact, strap a fucking anchor to the back of his wheelchair.
Not floaties.
Floaties.
I've had it. I have had it with these people.
Do they make flotation tires? He can roll on water like Jesus. I get yes, eventually. There's a lot to, if she has a monetary thing, it could be increased for punitive, but I get yes.
Flotation cement blocks. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You can go play Mario Kart in a fucking lake.
I get a yes too. She's gonna win this. It's gonna cause some people to break with the Republican Party, like leaving. This is.
But Jen,
Their bullying is going to cause some people to say, "Okay, I don't want a part of that party."
here's the thing. The Republican Party had already lost about 30% support before this last election. And the only reason that they're still in power, that we know because we saw it fucking happen, was because they fucking cheated. Ted Cruz is not supposed to be there. Greg Abbott is not supposed to be there. Donald Trump is not supposed to fucking be there. Half of these motherfuckers are not supposed to be there, and they're there because they cheated. And now they're sticking their fucking dicks in everybody's face. So not only did they successfully commit a coup d'etat, now you have a coup d'etat with even more people abandoning ship that had abandoned ship before. Now there's even more abandoning ship. So make it make sense. Make that make sense to me, because I don't get it. You cannot convince me Ted Cruz won, especially when Crooked Eye held a fucking news conference and was thanking Elon Musk. So he admitted to fucking cheating, Crooked Eye over there. So you cannot convince me that Ted Cruz is sitting in that seat because of the will of the people.
Trump keeps threatening other Democratic cities like Chicago and stuff, but bringing National Guard to other Democratic cities is like.
I know that this is probably not going to land well, but I'm going to say it anyways, because that motherfucker has gotten away with everything. On his last day on this earth, I would love nothing more than to see people do to him, to his fucking corpse, what they did to Gaddafi in the Middle East. Remember what they did to Gaddafi, where they drug him all over the street naked and everything? Yeah. Take his fucking wig off, take his fucking clothes off, have him naked with his orange face and his white, puddly ass, fucking fat, goddamn Hufflepuff looking body and drag him all over the fucking streets. All over the streets. That to me would be poetic justice. Give me that at least, you know?
Can I ask to? I asked this in that video. I want to see what y'all get to.
Uh-huh.
If you believe, we'll just say for the sake of argument, there is a heaven and a hell. Is Donald Trump going to get into heaven? Because mind you, we can judge his deeds, but not his soul. So would he get into heaven?
Into hell?
Heaven.
Oh.
Roro came up. She's like, "Ooh, I gotta see what the cards say on this."
I have a different take. I actually think heaven is the bad place and hell is the good place. No, I truly do. I truly do. And I think that everybody's been gaslit to think that hell is bad and heaven is good. Because why would the guy that was punished for rebelling punish you for doing the exact same thing he did? And why would you want to go spend the rest of your life in an eternity with an evil, corrupt, jealous, narcissistic, abusive God that was threatening to punish you for all eternity if you didn't give him blind love, loyalty, and fealty? I think it's backwards. I really do. So I think heaven is the bad place and hell is a good place.
The only thing about hell is there'd be too many people that think they're the best, the greatest, the
No, not at all. Because hell is actually the good place, not the bad place.
I'm still going with the no.
So will Trump get into heaven?
No. I still get no. I mean, what has he done that would allow you into such a place?
I'll
You
tell
know,
what,
when you even had a charity, it was a scam. So what have you done?
I'm going to say he's going to neither place. They're going to ship him off somewhere far, 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 far away where they're going to experiment on him. I don't know. Maybe they'll send him to another dimension with aliens.
He is an alien.
I mean, I don't know, but I don't get he goes to heaven. So his followers thinks that he's going to heaven, but his transition goes here. His transition goes somewhere where there's a lot of control, oppression. He's powerless there. But like I said, I don't think hell is the bad place. I think hell is actually the good place. I think hell is the good place.
Trump, the thief and the grifter, who is, by the way, because I have clinging, the miser, he's not giving at all. There's not an ounce of charity in this man or empathy. The tower is on him right now. Would he get into heaven? Yes, he would go to a higher realm where they will assess him and then they will turn his ass right around to the devil.
No, dude. Don't send him down to hell because that's where I plan on going in the afterlife. I don't want to be stuck with him. Hell is where the free thinkers go. Heaven is where the cult.
Nobody wants it. The devil doesn't want him. Heaven doesn't want him. St. Peter doesn't.
Heaven is where the cult people go. Hell is where the rebellious free thinkers go. I don't want him in hell.
You don't have a choice. If you want to go there, then you have to deal with who's down there.
I'm going to petition Satan himself because we're on first name basis over here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna say, listen, dude, this place needs a revamp because I'm not doing it. So are the aliens coming or are they late?
Well, if they get here tomorrow, they got a target.
I mean, come on now. At least put that shit on live TV, man. That's all I'm asking for. so I can at least put it on rewind and watch it over and over and over again for pleasure, because that's the only justice we will ever see. Touch that man.
You know,
And that's not even justice because he's getting the free out with death, you know?
kitty cats can't figure out how a straw works.
Yeah, in South Park, Satan is trying to figure out how to break up with Trump in South Park. See, so even Satan doesn't want him.
Yeah.
Satan is actually kind of sensitive. He's a cool guy. So that's all I got, y'all.
That's
I
all we need.
apologize for my rants and my craziness. It's the drugs that I'm on.
The craziness of smashing a Cheeto with malachite.
Hey, man, that was my tourmaline, and that fucker broke it. Look, there's still Cheetos stuck to it. That was me performing dark magic voodoo spell on Donald Trump. So hopefully he'll die tomorrow.
If you come in late and missed it, you're gonna have to watch the replay.
So we'll be on Johnny's channel next week.
Hopefully.
Yeah, and
Well, and if tomorrow's astrologically Trump's day, Johnny, we'll have some celebration to do next Sunday.
oh, fuck yeah. Then we'll know that the Cheeto and tourmaline worked, and the voodoo dolls and everything else everybody was doing. So, all right, everybody, thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you to Mystery Achiever for Braxy's care package. I'll have to take a picture and post it on my community page. Like I said, I apologize. I've been recovering and not feeling well. And
Big thank you to Mystery anyway. She's always posting our timestamps and everything for us.
yeah, she's amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Achiever. And yeah, I guess we'll see you all guys
Johnny's channel.
on Johnny's channel next week. Bye-bye.